Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving into a really fascinating concept from our source material, using AI to do the absolute heavy lifting for online income. We're going to unpack the 6 most direct, let's call them lazy paths to profit, using AI. We'll be looking at AI clipping, AI ghostwriting, AI website building, AI Shopify stores, AI agents, and AI avatars, and how you can use these tools to build a side hustle from literally anywhere in the world. So that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? What is the absolute laziest way to make money online using AI? Well, the data shows a pretty dramatic shift recently. We're now at a point where AI can handle up to 90% of the work for certain side hustles. It's no longer just a little helpful assistant. We're talking about an entire production team right at your fingertips. Okay, let's dive into this. We're breaking these 6 methods down into 3 clear categories, going from the easiest, most crowded spaces all the way to the less competitive gold mines. First up, high competition AI hustles, then medium competition, and finally, low competition. Starting things off with part 1, high competition AI hustles. Now listen, whenever a method has a super low barrier to entry, it naturally attracts massive crowds. And that brings us to method 1, AI clipping. Basically, you get paid for views by taking long-form creator content, think podcasts or live streams, and chopping it up into short, viral clips. Creators are absolutely desperate for attention right now, and they'll literally buy it from you. You just find a creator on a marketplace like Content Rewards, drop their video into an AI tool like Opus Clips, post daily to TikTok or Reels, and just double down on the winning styles. Look at this breakdown. It perfectly illustrates why this is just so incredibly accessible. The AI is doing 90% of the heavy lifting here. It finds the viral moments, makes the cuts, writes the captions, the whole shebang. Your 10% of the work, just choosing the campaigns, pressing post, and tracking your views. The numbers on this are super fascinating. The learning curve? About 3 days. Startup capital is basically nothing, maybe $15 a month, and your tool stack is just 2 tools. Now, because it's that easy, the competition is very high, fierce even. But here's the secret. Consistency alone beats 99% of people. Most folks just quit in a week. All right, let's move to method 2, AI ghostwriting. Every busy business owner knows they need a solid presence on LinkedIn or maybe a weekly newsletter, but they have 0 time to actually write it, right? Well, that's where you step in. You pick a niche like finance or tech, set up a Claude AI project with their past files so it actually learns their voice, use Perplexity for weekly industry research, and then prompt Claude to generate the content. Then you just add that crucial human touch. Now, notice the slight shift in the workload here. AI handles about 75% of the heavy lifting, the raw research and the drafting. But that missing 25%? That's all you. It's your human taste, your judgment. You've got to edit out that generic robot speech and make absolutely sure it sounds exactly like your client. So, for ghostwriting, the learning curve bumps up to about 1 to 2 weeks, and you're using a stack of 3 tools. Startup capital is around $20 to $40 a month. Competition is still high here because AI makes writing so accessible to everyone. But if you can master that 25% human touch we just talked about, you will easily stand out and command premium prices. Okay, moving right along to part 2, medium competition AI hustles. As the learning curve steps up slightly, your profit potential and the overall value you bring to clients increase significantly. Method 3 is building AI websites, specifically one-page landing pages that are designed to sell just one single offer. You build a sample page using a platform like Wix or Hostinger, you find businesses that desperately need high-converting pages, and then you charge them per page, plus a monthly optimization fee to keep it running smoothly. This is literally a perfect example of the 80-20 rule in action. The AI handles 80% of the work. It does the design, the layout, the initial copy. Your 20% is entirely on the business side. Finding those clients, communicating with them, and ensuring the strategy actually makes them money. Let's look at the stats. This method has a 2 to 4 week learning curve, but that time isn't spent learning how to code. It's spent learning what actually makes a web page convert. Understanding headlines, social proof, clear calls to action. It costs around $30 a month to start, and you really only need 1 tool. Mastering that specific skill of conversion is what dramatically lowers your competition down to a medium level. Next up is method 4, AI Shopify stores. This is, quite frankly, the ultimate lazy shortcut into e-commerce. You choose a niche using an AI tool like Build Your Store, follow some simple setup prompts, and then connect a tool called AutoDS. That AI finds winning products, updates prices, and ships everything straight to the customer. You hold 0 inventory. None. It is absolutely staggering to see this. 95% of the workload is handled by AI. It picks the products, builds the shop, writes the listings, ships the orders. Your tiny 5% sliver is literally just picking the niche and driving the traffic to the store. It's incredibly hands-off. Now, it's pretty wild to see a learning curve of practically zero here. If you can fill out a basic online form, you can launch this. Startup capital, we're talking 99-cent trials to get going. Now, the competition sits at medium, mainly because a lot of people try to push garbage products on social media. But if you actually utilize these AI tools properly, you will wipe the floor with your average competitor.
And finally, part 3, low competition AI hustles.
These are the real untapped frontiers. The steeper learning curve here creates massive, unparalleled opportunities for anyone willing to learn. So, method 5 is AI agents. Did you know that small businesses actually miss over 50% of their incoming calls every single day? That's just lost money. You can solve this by picking a local business type, like a dentist, and setting up a demo AI receptionist using a tool like Dialzara. You literally just let the business owner call it and hear the AI answer live. Once they hear it, it honestly sells itself, and you collect a nice monthly retainer. I have to share this brilliant anecdote from the source material. A test caller, giving his name as Mark the Body, calls up a demo AI gym receptionist and actually asks how to upgrade his 6-pack to an 8-pack. And the AI handles it flawlessly. It responds super smoothly with, "I hear you want to trim down your midsection." Thanks, Mark. It is hilarious, but it just proves exactly how terrifyingly capable these voice agents are at having real, dynamic, totally natural conversations. So, the learning curve jumps significantly here to about 1 to 2 months. Startup capital is about $50 a month for one tool. But here is the really crucial takeaway. The tools aren't actually that hard to use. That 1 to 2 months is mostly about persistence in landing your first client and building a solid case study. Because most people simply won't put in that month of effort, the competition remains beautifully, wonderfully low. And finally, method 6, AI avatars. Using tools like Higgsfield, you can create a completely photorealistic virtual person that doesn't even exist. You can use them to sell e-commerce products automatically or build a niche influencer account to secure big sponsorship deals. And the best part? It removes all the annoying parts of being an online influencer. The avatar never has to set up a camera, never has a bad hair day, and literally never, ever ages. So, looking at the big picture, it really comes down to a clear choice. On one hand, you can take the easy 3-day path with AI clipping, but you're going to be fighting in a very crowded, very high competition space. Or, on the other hand, you could invest 2 to 3 months into mastering AI avatars or AI agents and operate in a space where you face almost zero competition. Which leads us to our final thought for this explainer. The AI revolution is doing all the heavy lifting, for sure, but human strategy still dictates the winner. So I leave you with this. Will you race to the crowded bottom because it's easy today, or will you embrace the learning curve and learn a skill to conquer the top tomorrow? Thanks so much for tuning in, and I really hope this sparks your next great idea.